Greetings, JAG Corps. It's a pleasure to join you again from your regimental home in Charlottesville, Virginia. Last month I talked to you about 2019 and our great Army in transition, as well as the first of our Corps' constants, principled counsel. Today I want to talk to you about the second, mastery of the law, the all-important job number one for every lawyer. Mastery of the law, like principled counsel, is one of the constants of our practice. Of course, it has to be. In the multi-domain operations of the future, on land and sea, and in the air, space, and cyberspace, commanders will need answers quickly. And that means sound legal advice at the speed of relevance, delivered at the pace of war. Accurate advice and counsel requires instinct and intuition, in which you've heard me say that is built through experience and learning. To meet this challenge and to set conditions for future victory, you and I must act now. We sharpen our swords in the calm before the battle. How do we do this? As officers and soldiers, we are trusted Army professionals. As judge advocates and lawyers and paralegals, we're the Army's legal experts. Our rules of professional conduct require our competence and diligence, and both are absolute necessities. But our leadership doctrine asks for more: professionals who continuously advance their expertise in our chosen profession through lifelong learning and professional development in order to set the conditions to win the future fight. There's only one way to do this: relentlessly, rolling up our sleeves every day. As professionals serving our Army and across our regiment, we must master our functional areas: national security law, administrative and civil law, contract and fiscal law, military justice, ethics, soldier and family legal services, and our trial defense service. I can think of, frankly, few more awesome responsibilities than sitting at council table next to a soldier who volunteered to serve our great nation and whose liberty is now in the balance. A soldier whose rights must be protected. A soldier who looks to you as a trial defense counsel, as an absolute expert in military justice. You must know the law, and you must master your craft. That is your charge. It is what makes practice as a TDS counsel so wonderful, and why so many of us, myself included, look upon our time in TDS so fondly and proudly. Just as our defense bar in the National Guard, the Army Reserve, and the active component represent our very best in the mastery of law, so must each of us emulate their example. But there is more to the mastery of law. Our doctrine states that intellect is fundamental to successful leadership. The attributes making up an Army leader's intellect includes expertise. Expertise is defined to include in-depth knowledge and skills developed from experience, training, and education. In-depth knowledge comes from both intensive study and sustained time in particular assignments. Time enough to build real expertise. Military professionals require in-depth tactical, technical, and joint knowledge. Technical knowledge about weapons, equipment, and systems. Just as an infantryman should be able to assemble and reassemble a rifle and quickly fire that rifle as part of a team, a judge advocate must be able to assess and advise on complex legal issues and problems within a system of law and policy. For our clients, our mastery means providing clear, timely, and accurate legal advice and opinions. I need each of you to work with your teammates to self-assess your skills as a lawyer. Break them down into pieces and decide what you'll work on first and then next. Is it your research, your writing for your boss, for your client, for a journal, your ability to speak and persuade different kinds of audiences, your ability to conduct a direct exam or to conduct voir dire. What will you work on in the coming year? I want you to autopsy your skills and pick what you will be better at. This, frankly, is the secret sauce of mastering your art, mastering the law. And this mastery has to be constant. We must be relentless. I want you to be relentless in nurturing a culture of insatiable curiosity and innovation in our practice and soldiering. Never miss an opportunity to train and improve. I'm constantly inspired by the words of Henry Ford, which humble me every day. He said, if I'd asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. Now think about that. Bring that spirit to your mastery of the law. Be creative in how you learn and how you grow, how you cause others to learn and grow. Never be satisfied. To be a master of your craft means you are a lifelong learner. In whatever area of the law you are currently practicing, you must own that substantive area. Understand the needs of your client and the capabilities that it requires you to have or develop. None of this is easy. To master the law, you must read the law, whether it's a treaty, a statute, a Supreme Court case, or a binding order. Mastery involves writing and engaging with other practitioners and experts to develop the law and demonstrate expertise, like current debates on the law of armed conflict. Mastery enables us to defend and declare what the law actually is, not what some individuals or organizations might claim or wish the law to be. This is the evidence. This is the essence of preserving commanders' legal maneuver space on battlefield next. We must remember our raison d'etre, the reason we exist as an army, is to fight and win our nation's wars swiftly and lawfully. To do that, our leaders must be decisive. Our world's premier high-stakes decision makers, our commanders, are counting on you at their side with your mastery of the law well in hand, prepared through your relentless diligence and anticipation to guarantee that legal maneuver space on battlefield next. Theodore Roosevelt said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. No, the credit, as Theodore Roosevelt reminded us, belongs to the man or woman in the arena. The credit belongs to all of you, judge advocates, lawyers, legal administrators, and paralegals in the world's oldest and best law firm. You are the men and women in the arena. Winning in that arena requires mastery of the law. So to each of you, I say again, be ready.